Hi everyone, welcome to day 3 of Mirror Work Workshop. And today's topic is monitoring your self talk. Let's begin our session. So, here Louise Hay says, today you learn more about changing the messages you give yourself. So, till now we were just getting used to the mirror, trying to say the affirmations and feel them. Now we are trying to change the talk we talk about ourselves in our mind. So clearing out negative thoughts from the past so you can live in the present moment. So we are judging based on what we have been listening, telling to us till now. Now, in this present moment, we will look through our eyes and say all the beautiful things we want to say about ourselves. So now that you're on day 3 of your mirror work, are you feeling a closer bond with your friend, your mirror? Now that we have practiced little bit, hopefully we'll be mirror has become our friend rather than, scaring us, pointing out our faults. So each day that you practice mirror work, you may fall in love with yourself a little bit more. Each day, it becomes easier to say your positive affirmations and truly believe them. The best way to love yourself is to release all the negative messages from your past and live in the present moment. So, today, I'd like to work with you on changing what I call your self talk, what you say to yourself in your head. So, in the first chapter, Louise Hay mentions that whatever we speak, whatever we think is an affirmation. And the self talk which we do to ourselves is a stream of affirmations, right? They are all powerful. So now we are going to change that the way we used to look before. Too often we accept the early messages from our parents, our teachers,
Teachers.
and
And
sorry, 1 minute, let me see. Yeah. And other authority figures. You're probably told things like, stop crying like a baby. You never clean your room. And why won't you make your bed? And you did what people told you to do in order to be loved. When you were young, right? We did all this. You might have gotten the idea that you were acceptable only if you did certain things. So, yesterday's affirmations, now they are elaborating like why we were saying those, like deserving. We were dependent on certain people's words. On that, we were So, like we had a baseline of our worth based on their view. That is what here the Louis Hay is explaining. That you were acceptable only if you did certain things. Acceptance and love were conditional, right? However, it bears remembering that others' approval was based on their ideas of what was worthwhile and had nothing to do with your self worth. Now we're going to change all that. These early messages contribute to our self talk. This is how our building blocks have been. Block by block, what others said, we made that big wall for ourselves. We are not being ourselves here. We are being what others have said to us. So that wall is there now between your reflection and you. Let's break that. So these early messages contribute to our self talk. Sorry. Okay. Our self talk, the way we talk to ourselves inwardly is really important because it becomes the basis of our spoken words. It sets up the mental atmosphere in which we operate and attracts our experiences to us. See, this is the important to know. We attract our experiences. What we think in our mind, we are creating a telepathic messages. We are calling out to all the experiences, all the people by those words. So whatever we think, we attract. And this is what exactly Louis Hay saying, in which we operate and attract our experiences to us. Important to have really conscious self-talk about ourselves. That's what we are attracting. If we belittle ourselves, life is going to mean very little to ourselves. However, if we love and appreciate ourselves, then life will be a wonderful, joyous gift. If your life is unhappy or you're feeling unfulfilled, it is very easy to blame your parents or the Almighty them and say it is all their fault. So this is how it will be, right? Because we are so unaware of what is going on in our head that whatever is coming in our way, we are just simply blaming on others. They are stopping us. They are saying this. We don't see what is going inside us. Now is the time to look. However, if you do that, you will stay stuck in your conditions, your problems, and your frustrations. Words of blame will not bring you freedom. It says really beautifully here. We need to really think about what Louis Hay is saying. Your words have great power. So start listening closely to what you say. If you hear yourself using negative or limiting words, you can change them. If I hear a negative story, I don't go around repeating it to everyone. See, we often do, right? If someone is sharing with us something, probably before coming into spiritual path, this is how the norm, right? When we hear something about someone, then we'll just talk about it to someone else, the same thing. But here, to our subconscious mind, the story about someone is not someone. It's about, it will become us. Whatever we repeat, the subconscious think that that is us. And it'll start manifesting that. That is how the mechanics of this subconscious and conscious mind. We are not aware, we are just repeating that, but that we are sending ourselves the message, the story which we are narrating about others, that is becoming our story. That is, we are attracting and manifesting those situations. So we have to be very mindful of what we are talking to others. That is what we are attracting. So don't go around repeating it to everyone. I think that it has gone far enough and I let it pass. However, if I hear a positive story, I tell everyone this is how it should be. So when you are out with other people, really listen to what they are saying and how they are saying it. See if you can connect what they say with what they are experiencing in their life. Many people live their life in shoulds. Should is a word that my ear is never attuned to. This is what Louis Hay is saying. It is as if a bell goes off every time I hear it. I have heard people say it as many as a dozen times in a single paragraph. These same people wonder why their lives are so rigid or why they can't leave a situation. They want to have a lot of control over things they cannot control. They are busy either making someone else wrong or making themselves wrong. A should is like you have to do it, should. So that is what Louis Hay say. Don't have that, don't use that word. You can practice positive self talk during your mirror work, making only positive statements about yourself and repeating only positive affirmations. If only if any of the negative self-talk from your childhood comes up, you can turn it around into a positive statement. So now is a time where when we have a negative self-talk within us, we need to be alert, aware of it, and change it into complete opposite of it. Positive, positive things. See, we have just known, right? Whatever we talk, that is an affirmation. So any negative thought, if it enters in your mind, just stop there and tell totally the opposite of it. Trust me, that works. That's how you have to train the subconscious. So, for example, you never do anything right, right? This is a common sentence which we use on others as well. So, for saying others also, you're saying to yourself. That's how your subconscious takes it. So you know you never do anything right. Good, because the affirmation. So you can replace it by you never do anything right to I am a capable person and I can handle anything that comes my way. So instead of that, you can use these sentences. That's what Louis Hay is saying. As you listen to yourself and others, you can become more aware of what you say and how and why you say it. This awareness will help you change your self talk into affirmations that will nurture and heal you in body and mind. What a wonderful way to love yourself. Let's affirm. Now, she's giving an affirmation to affirm. Say to yourself, I release all the negative messages from the past. I live in the present moment. Say this. Say this beautiful feeling. That is where, if you say with the beautiful feeling, that will just sit right there in your subconscious. I release all the negative messages from the past. I live in the present moment. So let's begin our mirror work exercise. If you have mirrors, please take it out. If anybody is joining new, we do mirror exercises here and we do journaling as well. So please keep a mirror, or if you don't have a mirror, have your phone in a selfie mode and look at yourself in that phone. So now let's start. Stand or sit in front of your mirror, bathroom mirror or any mirror. Look into your eyes. So looking into your eyes is important because that's where we are taking in the messages. Our conscious mind works through senses, and seeing is one of the sense. So look into your eyes. Say this affirmation. Whatever I say to myself, I will say it with love. I'll repeat again. Whatever I say to myself, I will say it with love. Now you have to pour all your love to yourself. We've been giving our love to everyone. Now is the time to give it to yourself. Show your love. How much love you hold within you, show that to yourself. Keep repeating it. Whatever I say to myself in this mirror, I will say it with love. Now, is there a statement that you heard as a child that still sticks in your head? Maybe something like, you're stupid, or you're not good enough, or whatever else comes to your mind. Take time to work with negative statements. Turn them into positive affirmations. Somebody asked on the first day, do we need to change? So now is the time to change. Instead of saying all this, you're not good enough, say this: I am smart. I am more intelligent than I realize. I am genius with an abundance of creative ideas. So we just think like we can't do this at work or anything, that we suddenly feel like helpless, worthless, or we think we are not capable. Immediately shift your words. The self-talk which you're doing to yourself, shift it completely and say, I am a genius with an abundance of creative ideas. I am a magnificent person. I am lovable. I am worth living. If we have a small fight, the family or some quarrel or anything, some negativity, some negative talks passing around, stop there. Say to yourself, I am lovable. I am worth living. And whatever opposite of the negativity, positive words, whatever comes to your mind, it's hard in that situation. I know when you be in that situation, it's hard to even think about some positive things. But this is what we are doing. We're training here through this mirror work. We're training our self talk. When we start doing it in that moment where the positivity is hard to, even say, think about, that will automatically come because we are making a habit here by repeating it every day, looking at ourselves. So that will become a norm for you. It will just come by itself. This is the reason we are doing this mirror work. Whenever we see a reflection, we will just repeat that. That's what comes to us in the first place when we keep doing it. Now, choose one or two of these new positive affirmations and say them over and over again. Keep saying them until you feel comfortable with them. Each time you pass a mirror or see your reflection in a window throughout the day, stop and repeat these loving affirmations. We have to make a habit of it so that it will become a habit for us. Now, journaling exercise. Take a book and a pen. Write as a day 3. Now, let's see what you have to write today. It's not only at this moment, but throughout the day, when you are in awareness, right? When you feel that what you're saying is not what you were meant to say, right? Let me read it. Did you repeat a negative story today? So whatever you see in the TV also, if you see some war, something going on, or if you heard of someone did something, are you repeating that again, even in your mind? that is important. Did you repeat a negative story today? Write down how many times you repeated it and how many people you told it to. Now write down something positive you can tell those people tomorrow. That will help them feel better about themselves and everyone around them. So even suggesting people, even to the kids, we say negative things, right? Out of, when they don't listen by being helpless. How many times we are repeating? We need to be mindful now. So you have to write today. At this moment, you can write about yesterday if you remember anything, or during today, anytime, do this. Did you repeat a negative story today? So I will just write about my yesterdays. Now, write down a word should next to it. Now, make a list of words to use instead. You might start with the word could instead of should. I this why we are doing this. It will be explained in the chapter. So, should, what you should do. Make a list of words instead of what negative story you have written or thought you have written. Make a list of words under that. Instead of those words, what you should replace. So the first, write down a word should. Now, next to it, make a list of words to use. You must start with the word could. The first word in your should list should be a could. Write a could there. Then write down your list of words. So I'll make it little, with an example. So what I wrote about my negative story. So yesterday I was getting mad at my kid for certain things. So I wrote down that I was mad and what I used the words. Now for those words, what I should be using. The list of words which I can replace. So that's what I wrote. Now, the third point they're saying here is post several of new positive affirmations you learned today on your mirror so you can practice them whenever you see them. So, the affirmations, if you have a post it or a small piece of paper, if you want, you can write all the affirmations or whatever affirmations you think is powerful for you. You need it at this moment in your life. Write it down. The first thing starts with looking at yourself in a loving way, right? I'm lovable. I'm worth living. I'm worth loving. I will say it with love. These kind of words. So write it on a post it, put it on your mirror. Now, your heart thought. So, heart thought is where we use is that when we have difficulty in believing those affirmations, saying to ourselves, like now I will look at myself in a loving way, right? I will say it with love. So if you have a difficult time saying that, let's use the heart thought. Most of us have foolish ideas about who we are and many rigid rules about how life should be lived. right? We have to live certain way. This is how the life is lived. We have a shoulds. We have a rigid rules set in our mind based on our building blocks from the childhood. The authority people, the people, parents, teachers, whatever they said, we have used those words as a building block. That's what we are made of till now. We have made rigid rules based on that. Let's remove the word should from our vocabulary forever. Should is a word that makes prisoners to us. Every time we use should, we are making ourselves wrong or someone else wrong. We are, in effect, saying not good enough. What can be dropped now from your should list? Replace the word should with the word could. Could lets you know that you have a choice. And a choice is freedom. We need to be aware that everything we do in life is done by choice. I have to wake up at this time. I should wake up. It's not a should, it's a choice. You have a choice. That is where you start feeling freedom. You're getting that? I have a choice. It's not a must and do thing. We should do. Should is not a word to use. That's what Louis Hay is saying. You should not be so rigid. You should not have so rigid rules. So we need to be aware that everything we do in life is done by choice. There is really nothing we have to do. We always have a choice. So we are blocked by peoples to go somewhere, our family member to go somewhere, or to have our me time. I should be doing that instead of this. No, you have a choice. You could do either this one or that one. When you have that sense of freedom in you, you will not feel like you're caged or you have to do that. You'll have freedom of choice. Like with love, you will do that work. It's not imposed. It's like you have a choice there. So, this is the idea behind this. You should feel within you that freedom. Then your choices will be with love because you chose it. So, these are all the exercises. Now we'll start the meditation. Until now, if you have any questions, please do ask.
Here I have a question, Akilji.
Mhm.
We are first is awareness. Awareness is is aware of the mind, the thoughts
Mhm.
which is coming in the mind.
Self talk. Yeah.
Then,
Mm.
yeah, then who is changing it? The awareness is changing, or the mind is only changing the mind's thought? I'm very confused when I look at myself here. I'm getting
Mhm.
so much of who is changing, who is watching, and who is doing all this, like the negative. So yesterday it was all about. In the night, I was just wondering what is it all about? Because I was observing all these days, self-aware about my self-talk and all. But at one question arose: who is talking, who is changing, who is observing? So I don't know whether it's related to this topic, but I had these questions.
This is what, see, if now you are coming out of the body conscious. You're coming out of the senses. That is what you are. The observer is you. Now you have that power to change yourself. So this is all the conscious mind. The negativity sits in our conscious mind because that's what we perceive, that's what we listen, and that's what is sitting. Now you are observing that negativity. Now that you have to change that negative talks. This is all outer world given to you. Now you have to see within from you what is coming and change it. That is all you. The observer is you.
Means observer is helping the conscious mind to change the subconscious thoughts. Is that what it
Yes.
is? Okay.
Yes.
No, yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect. Now, yes, this is how it should be. I mean, not should. This is where we should aim. We are going to aim. We are aiming. Anybody have any more questions?
Hey, Kirti. I think one of the other things we can add perhaps to what she was saying was that in each of us there are multiple personalities that we
Hmm.
carry.
Right.
So, with all the roles that we are in a day, of
Hmm.
how many things we have to think like a, a mother, a friend, a teacher,
Right.
a manager. So, all of those things fragment us so much that we sometimes don't know who we really are.
Right.
So, that should and would and could, all of those adjectives are perhaps something that we use to perhaps refine our day or even understand what am I meant to do.
Mm.
So, I mean, her thought process is so, I mean, it sort of defines what spaghetti we have in our mind.
Right.
So, I think perhaps the only way for us to become one with ourselves is stop being everything all the time.
Hmm. Be one at a time, what you have to be.
Yes. Or not be anyone. Find a moment where you're no one. I think that's where it begins.
Yes.
When you're everybody and nobody.
Yes. So this is the reason we do meditation, right? We pull out all those characters out from us. Then you will start seeing who you are and who you can be instead of all that. These are all mm, certain things that we take as a responsibility, right? That we need to do this during our work at our office environment. We have to be doing those work to fulfill certain tasks. But being with ourselves and doing that will be the totally different way of approaching that.
Yes.
It's just awareness enough. The thoughts come and go, right? We
Mhm.
don't even because when they come and go and we don't even value them, then they don't even affect us. So that also works, or it is just changing is important.
No, the
How is it?
changing is when the negativity is there.
Okay,
If you are being an observer and letting that pass by, then that's a perfect thing to do. That's how, I mean, that's what we have to aim to do for, right?
right,
Not taking anything in, we are just looking and let it go.
right.
And that the way we are looking at, when we are not taking it, we are not attracting it too. Whatever we are taking in, that's what we are saying, give me more. When we are not taking it, then it's just a passing cloud. It will just move on. It will go. And we need to be in a perspective where the positivity is there. And that's what will be sticking to us. That's what we will attract.
Okay. Means if if the thoughts are coming and going,
Mm.
so we can choose. If a positive thought comes, I want to choose this one. But like, if the
Yes.
negative comes, just be an observer and let it go.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, let's begin our meditation.
Ma'am, what are the words we can use instead of should? Any example?
That's what good. That's what Louis Hay says, right?
Okay,
Good. Because
okay,
you have a choice. There is not a must and do thing. You have a choice to choose.
okay,
And for all the negative talks which you're talking to yourself, replace them. Write down, first of all, what you're thinking. This is why the journaling helps us. If you have any negativity, any negative thought, write down. Immediately write the total opposite of it. Then affirm them.
okay, okay.
Let's start our meditation. Anybody have any more questions? Or if you want to say something that is very helpful, it will be helpful for everyone too, because we are all learning together. If you have any idea to share.
I mean, we can use words like I choose to, I would love to, I want to, I like to. Can use all these words instead of should, maybe. I would love to do cook food for my family. Maybe sometimes I feel very, oh God, I have to cook again, Then I can say I would love to cook. I can replace it saying that, I should cook. You can say I would love to cook for my family today or whatever.
I could cook or I could order. I could this, I could
But
cook this
sometimes
or I could cook that.
I choose to. Sometimes there's no option, so you can say I choose to cook today for my family. So you can say that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe the mindset also.
you know how powerful we are. If we say uh, that we have to, then we have to. But if you choose, if we not to, it will arrive somehow. That's how powerful we are. So that's how you send telepathic messages to others. When you observing yourself, you will come to this part because I have seen that in my life. That's those situations happening. S- You will develop that skill. You have that skill actually, but the image which we have in our mind that it's not possible, it's not going to happen. That's how a subconscious is trained. But whatever you choose, you have the choice. That's why the could is coming here into picture. That will happen. You will attract that. So you have that so much power within you. So we will go there. Yeah. Um, okay. If anybody have anything to say, please go ahead. Otherwise, we'll start the meditation. Okay. Please sit in meditative posture. Relax and calm. Completely pull yourself out of all the characters which you're playing throughout the day, being a mother, father, or an employee, or manager, or friend, neighbor, whoever it is, whatever character it is, just pull yourself out from all of it. Come to this present moment, here in this moment. And observe your breath, inhalation and exhalation of your breath. You are a miraculous being. You can put to use that miraculous work you can do. We have all the skills built in with us. We're just not using it, that's all, because we're not aware of it. We have all the power within us which can take us to places, make us do whatever we can. And we can do whatever we can think of. And let's change that thinking, that self-talk which we talk to ourselves. Say to yourself, I'm capable of doing anything I can think of. I hold a lot of power within myself. Your beautiful, loving self-talk will change your experiences which you attract. The love within your heart that you hold. So expansive. That it can reach any heart you can think of. Now let go of all your past, all your training till now, all your self-talks, which are based on others' perspective. Let's stop that right in this moment. Focus on your heart. You're filled with so much love in you. The love you give to others is coming from you. You are made of that love. And give that love to yourself. See yourself surrounded by love. See yourself happy and healthy and whole. And see your life as you would like it to be, putting in all the details. You have a choice to choose your life however you want it to be. and know that you deserve it. You deserve every beautiful, loving thing for you. You have that freedom to choose whatever you want. The love from your heart. Take that love from your heart and let it begin to flow. Filling your body with healing energies. See yourself completely immersed in your love. This beautiful energy of love is healing every part of you. Your memories, your thoughts, your body parts. It's the most powerful energy, love. You're completely immersed in it. Now let your love flow around the room, around your home. You are in an enormous circle of love. In the love circulating so that as it goes out from you, returns to you. The energy of your love is beautifully filled your entire home. Love is the most powerful healing force there is. And let it wash through your body. You are love. And so it is. Now slowly get back your awareness to your physical body. Know that you're in this strong force of love, surrounded. It's everywhere around you, nurturing, protecting your thoughts, your words. Whatever you say is coming out of love. And whoever you meet, this love is touching their heart. Your very presence is love. Get back your awareness to your physical body. Wiggle your toes. Unclasp your hands and place them over your eyes. A beautiful smile and love surrounding you. The count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Open your eyes. Take your time to come back. I'll post all affirmations, questions, journaling. So know that we have a choice to choose whatever we want. Thank you. If anybody wants to share anything, please go ahead and share. And for roles we are playing, right? We can be none by being unattached. So when we are not identifying ourselves with certain things, then we will be non-attached. Then we can be our perfect self there and do our whatever we have to do, then come out of it. Then be yourself, that loving being you are. Thank you so much, everyone, for giving me this opportunity. Have a beautiful, lovely day. Talk to yourself with love. Whenever you see in the mirror, say it with love and replace the negative talk with immediately positive talk. Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day.